Friends, recently the President of Brazil visited India. During this visit, the two largest democracies of the global south reaffirmed their strategic partnership. They set an example of cooperation and shared leadership. India and Brazil have set a very ambitious trade target that bilateral trade between the two countries should reach $30 billion in the next 5 years. A trade target of $30 billion by 2030 is quite bold. Brazil's commitment to strengthening commercial ties with India can be understood from the fact that the trade delegation Brazil brought to India was the largest ever. Brazil brought 300 business leaders and more than 10 ministers. During this visit, many important MOUs were also signed between India and Brazil. For example, agreements were made regarding cooperation in critical minerals and rare earths. We already know how important critical minerals are in today's time. Whether it is EV batteries, the technology sector, electronics, or green technology, all of these require critical minerals. So both countries have signed an MOU in which they aim to diversify supply chains. They want to increase cooperation and reduce their dependence on the currently dominant global suppliers. Brazil's President Lula participated in the India AI Impact Summit hosted by India in New Delhi in 2026. This shows that both countries want to cooperate in AI, digital public infrastructure, and innovation. A joint declaration on digital partnership for the future was signed, which focuses on inclusive technology access and cooperation. An MOU was also signed in the health sector. Brazil has opened a new trade office in India. Brazil's first trade and investment promotion office has been opened in New Delhi. This will help Brazilian exporters. It will attract investment in India. When the largest democracies of the global south meet, cultural and political messaging is inevitable. Naturally, there was discussion on South-South cooperation and multilateralism. There was discussion that developing nations must have stronger voices in global institutions. South-South cooperation must be strengthened. India and Brazil's partnership is steadily growing. In 2006, trade between the two countries was around $2.4 billion. In 2025, it has crossed $15 billion. Now both countries wanted to reach $30 billion by 2030, that is, within the next 5 years. Both countries believe there is significant untapped potential that needs to be developed. Both nations attach great importance to their strategic partnership. This is happening at a time when the global economy is becoming increasingly uncertain. Supply chains are fragile. Tariffs are unpredictable. They are imposed at any time and removed at any time. Open competition is being seen among major powers. In such an environment, the rarest thing is reliable partners. Brazil and India are both searching for reliable partners. Both countries view each other in exactly this way. They are two large and growing economies with democratic systems. They believe in strategic autonomy. They do not have an expansionist mindset. When such countries come together, it provides insurance against global uncertainty. This is especially true when cooperation is increasing in strategic sectors such as critical minerals. Brazil has vast reserves of rare earths and critical minerals. India wants to grow its clean energy sector. It wants to reduce its dependence on any single external source. It wants to secure supply chains. In such a situation, access to Brazil's minerals will be highly beneficial for India. This economic cooperation will serve as strategic hedging for India. In today's world, whoever controls critical mineral supply chains will shape the industries of tomorrow. In the present era, economic power is not only about factories, it is also about data, networks, and technology ecosystems. Therefore, both countries want to expand cooperation in digital infrastructure, artificial intelligence, and e-commerce logistics. Both countries also want to increase defense cooperation to build long-term trust. There were discussions regarding joint maintenance of submarines. Collaboration in aircraft assembly may also be seen between the two countries. Capability building is a key feature of strategic partnership. This is now being observed. After this, strong political messaging was also seen. Standing on Indian soil, Brazil's President Lula da Silva clearly sent the message that a new Cold War should be avoided. As we can see, the world is increasingly being divided into rival camps. Major powers are putting pressure on countries to pick sides. India and Brazil reject this model and advocate strategic autonomy. This means countries should have the freedom to cooperate with multiple partners. They should not be forced into any single bloc. Every country should have the right to make independent foreign policy choices. A global order should be built on equality, not on vulgar display of power. Naturally, the Brazilian president's message was directed toward the United States. The unpredictability in trade and policy under the Trump administration has created uncertainty across the world. Brazil's tensions with the United States have also increased. Brazil wants rules to be predictable. Countries should be treated equally. Instead of pressuring countries, there should be dialogue. Issues should be resolved through conversation rather than arm twisting. It is important to note that India and Brazil are not rejecting cooperation with the United States. They are rejecting forced alignment. They are rejecting pressure to align with the United States. Understanding this distinction is very important. In such a situation, cooperation between India and Brazil is natural because their anti-Cold War stance connects them. Both countries want flexibility, not concentration of power. Both countries want growth, but not through dependence. They want growth without dependence. They want partnership without alignment. This means they want the freedom to choose. They want the right to make their own choices. This thinking of India and Brazil resonates across the global south. Many countries in Africa, Asia, and Latin America that are part of the global south want development without the pressure to join geopolitical camps. As global competition increases, supply chains are becoming riskier. Countries are searching for trusted partners. At such a time, India and Brazil are deepening their cooperation. Cooperation will increase, economies will grow, and strategic autonomy will strengthen. This is a structured response by India and Brazil to global changes and uncertainty. In the future, we may see joint projects between the two countries in energy, agriculture, and advanced technology. Both countries can emerge as pillars of global south cooperation. Today, countries are diversifying partners to reduce their vulnerabilities. Partnerships are becoming more regional and strategic. The world is moving from dependence toward diversification. In this environment, India and Brazil are two countries that believe cooperation is better than rivalry in partnerships.